Hello, everyone. Welcome to VOD of Consciousness. I'm Sientir, and today I'm going to remember to plug my Patreon at patreon.com/Sientir. You can support me, and I would appreciate it. You also get various things for that support. More connected to I don't know. There's some podcast stuff that you can get, as well as some writing and other things. So anyway, I'd certainly appreciate it if you'd at least check it out. You can always follow it, even if you don't financially support right away. So we're going to make our way up this way, because up this way leads to the devourer dens. This area right in here is kind of a devourer den, and I have a couple of quests that require me to get devourer eggs. So we're going to do that. We're going to make our way over to the devourer dens. There's another quest or two here. Duke Gavin and Faden Hawthorne, in which we can actually find Faden Hawthorne having some nightmares about devourers post-searing, as I recall. But that's not what we're here for. We are here for Duke Gavin's love of devourer eggs. And you'll note that the reward is 2 devourer eggs. This is perfect because that's how many devourer eggs we need. You can collect other stuff and trade them for devourer eggs with another NPC elsewhere. But anyway, Duke Gavin says, "You there, you look like a sturdy warrior. I've tasked my man Faden here with retrieving devourer eggs for me from the cave over yonder. However, he appears unmanned by the devourers, afraid of being eaten or some rot like that. I need a brave soul to keep the devourers away from Faden while he does the job for which he has been paid. What say you? I will protect Faden." I think that guy wants, like, devour scrambled eggs or something. I'm not sure. But here's Faden Hawthorne. He will follow us. You can see there's devour eggs in here. These are not items you can pick up. They are, in fact, locations. You lack the necessary finesse to remove the delicate eggs from their nest. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to fight the devourers. Oh yeah, they deal 0 damage to us. We have... Are they... What's... Oh, I know what's going on. Our shield, while we're in stance, has -2 physical damage. So that's enabling us to take nothing from them. So once we clear out the devourers, he comes in and we'll collect those. He says, "Look, there's an egg. Do we have anything else? Like, I'm not sure what the rounding is on this. Technically, the formula for armor will never result in a 0. It has an asymptote at 0. He says, "Look, there's an egg. This will only take a moment. Wait for me, will you? I got it. Let's keep moving." So technically, if the game wants to round up on the damage formula, it will never hit 0, but they may have set it up so that way it, in fact, rounds normally, at which point it can hit 0. So just a note. He has some waypoints he has to hit or some mess like that, so whatever. He says, "Look, there's an egg." I kind of like the idea of actually going Flash Necro. Make Deathly Swarm better and animate Bone Horror a little bit better. That could be reasonable. The other option would be like Elementalists. But honestly, this can kind of sit in a similar place to something like Firestorm, and a lot of the other elemental skills are not actually that useful anyway. Okay. So we just have a few more devourers to take care of. Some hidden stashes in here as well. Some gold, which is good. I'm going to pop this hidden stash. Pick up the cane that actually matters. I'm not going to pick up more items because I just need inventory space anyway. Unless they're blue. I'll pick up blue items. And gold. So I guess I will pick up some items. And things like dull carapaces, which stack with my other things of dull carapaces. I'm not trapped on devour eggs. I believe there might actually be a devourer stinger that you need from a quest in here too, but I I don't know. We'll probably have a lot of redundancy in places that we go. I guess we'll just have to deal with it. Couple dull carapaces. He thanks us for our assistance and then says, let's get back to the Duke. So let's indeed. I would actually personally really like to see a game set during the actual Guild Wars and kind of earlier than this one is and stuff. I think that'd be really interesting, but I don't know. I'd also like something that's more of a single-player RPG, kind of in this general style, rather than the more MMO multiplayer type thing. This game actually has a lot of similarities to Diablo in some regards, which is not surprising since the founders came from Blizzard. And I think some of them might have had some serious involvement in setting up Battle.net and things that they used that expertise for this here. But anyway, the Duke says, well done. I'll give you a couple eggs for your trouble. I'm not usually so generous, but I happen to be in a jovial mood at the moment. So we can thank him. Says, I simply cannot live without a fresh devourer egg omelet in the morning. It's a pity that they are so difficult to acquire. I go through so many good servants. What can I do for you? I'll be on my way. He's weird. I wonder if he actually shows up in Guild Wars 2. That would be interesting. You're a wiki. Duke Gavin. Huh. So, what is this? There. Like, this is... Okay, I have no idea what's going on here. What the heck is this? Oh, okay. So apparently there's like some holograms that maybe okay, Duke Gavin is a apparently his only appearance in Guild Wars 2 is as a red herring for who is in line for the throne. And yeah, not him. It was Duke Baradin. But anyway, Duke Gavin was a guy. I don't know. I think it'd be cool if he showed up. All right, so what do I want to accomplish right now? I want to accomplish not having a bunch of devourer eggs in my inventory. Oh, I'm getting attacked by Scale. Scale Brood Collar. Most of the time, Scale are not terribly aggressive. Wow, that was a meaty hit. Scalefin. Scalefins would actually be potentially useful to collect. Probably more so than, say, this random wooden buckler. Okay. Where is Mac? I know the worm problem. Rogue's replacement. I guess he's just up this way. Let's just go up this way and talk to Mac, and then clear out my inventory and go deal with some other business. There's old Mac. There's old Mac. Let's get him all devour egged up. He says, "Ah, that's lovely. A devourer all my own. I think I'll call him Joe. Come, Joe, let's get you someplace warm and dry. Shh, there's a good egg." So I don't think I can accept this quest until I open up a little bit of inventory space, and I don't need this bone. So we will accept, and he'll give us this jeweled staff. He says there's only so much abuse a man will take, and I'm nearly at my limit. Now, what is it that you want to discuss? Okay, cool, whatever. I want to clear out my inventory, as has been established, I believe. I believe I've established that I want to clear out my inventory. Okay. I want to sell a hornbow. Okay. So there's a bunch of other stuff in my inventory, but a lot of it is going to be things like... Is this worth hanging on to? This is probably worth hanging on to, realistically. This cane is not worth anything, and I don't need this staff, but I wanted to identify it because it's probably worth a little bit more if it's identified. Oh man, my inventory is getting like crowded with random stuff. Oh, okay, there's this tall shield here too. Oh, improved scale value. See what I mean? You just sometimes get that. So, that came cloth, which I will hang on to. Okay, and then I want to hang on to this. All of this stuff because it's like collectible or useful. Okay, well that didn't clear out my inventory as much as I wanted it to, but here we are. I want to quickly look up the dull carapaces. Dull carapace. Yes, that would be the thing. They can be traded for devourer egg, hornbow, and occasionally other stuff. But it does not look like I can actually trade them for something that is of special use to me at the moment. So, unless I'm wanting to try to pre-collect stuff for Nicholas, I don't really need dull carapaces. So I'm going to get rid of those. Alright. So there's a beautiful amulet that I want to potentially pick up. And as I recall, it's on the way to Ashford, but not the way that we've been. Because our journeys to Ashford thus far have gone along the main road, basically. Or fast traveled, obviously, which means that we don't see any territory whatsoever. I like that tree for some reason. I don't know. There's a lot of this area that I have super nostalgia for. I mean, this is the first experience that I had with the game, was coming through here, right? So I have a lot of nostalgia for it. And a lot of fondness. Oh, there's a warthog. You can train or capture a warthog as a pet. Yeah, this guy will spam flare. We definitely don't want to frenzy into this guy. That would be a great deal of pain. Actually, a lot of these bandits aren't hostile. So, I believe that chest is the relevant item that we need to interact with. I don't know why these bandits are often not hostile, by the way. They just aren't. It might actually be a good idea for me to switch over to the sword, just because the bleed is really strong. Frenzy is such a risky skill to use. Okay, I'll pick up your divine symbol. I believe this chest has the amulet that I seek. Yeah, the beautiful pendant. This icon gets used elsewhere, so it's not exactly unique. But this is another way that you can get down over this way, for anyone who was wondering. These are hostile, as you might have surmised from the fact that they became hostile on me. This is interesting. I wonder if I'll take less damage if I... Yeah, I'll take less damage in Frenzy, because my shield gives me minus damage while I'm in stance. So that's interesting. So I just want to make sure I keep enough energy to be able to keep Frenzy up so I don't take as much damage. This is weird, but there it is. Wolves are pretty aggressive, by the way. Okay, sure. I want these worn belts. And I'll go ahead and pick this up, too. This is, by the way, a hold item, not an item that you kind of pick up. You'll notice that there's a bunch of worms, plague worms, popping up over there. That's what Pitney wants a devourer egg to help deal with, because he wants to use it to lure out the queen. I don't know. I'm just super fond of Ashford for whatever reason. Like, nostalgia is really powerful. This is something that's really cool about video games, though, is it gives us the ability to relive the things that make us nostalgic. Like, in real life, time moves on, but video games can capture time in a bottle and allow us to be able to relive things that we have gone through before. And it's an interesting type of memory in a way, to be able to have almost living memories, things that we can go back to and re-explore. I think that's a really cool aspect of video games, and something people don't really talk about much, but I really like the ability to be able to do that, to be able to go back to things that we had previously done and redo them again, refresh our memories, and walk down memory lane in that sort of way. I think that's a really neat ability that video games enable us to have. Anyway, Devona says, this is the chest of stolen gold that Baron Egan has been talking about. It must have been difficult dealing with those bandits. I'm impressed. If only we had more like you, we'd have no fear of the Char at all. So I can't accept it right now because my inventory is full. I'm going to go just get rid of the Sundering Rhinos charge and this Glacial Blade because I can just respawn them. And I feel lazy and don't feel like going back there. Let's see. What was the quest reward for this worm problem? Okay, a fire wand. Cool. So, the worm problem. Alright. I'll try to lure the queen into the open. You do the killing. Okay, so now we have to wait for him to run off, but he'll run off and we can follow him and take care of this this problem that he has. I don't know why he doesn't run at full speed. I guess so you can catch up to him if he... I don't know. But he took the Devourer Egg out of our inventory, so we have room for his quest reward, which is the thing that I was looking at to confirm. So, but yeah, as I was saying, one of the things I love about video games is the ability to be able to play them again, and we cannot ever capture that first experience, but allows us to be able to walk down memory lane in a very powerful way. And I think that's really, really cool. Like I said, again, you can never actually fully capture that very first experience. And I think that's okay. Like, kind of needs to be in some regards. Okay, he needs baked husks. I think those are from killing worms. But I really appreciate being able to re-experience this area. This is a place that I can come back to. And I really appreciate that that's something that I can do, that I can revisit this place that I love, and I love that. I think this queen goes down pretty quickly. Ooh, got a baked tusk. Okay, Pitney, talk to me. Thank you so much. Those worms won't be a problem now. Right. So he says, I'm at a loss. First those worms, and now someone has stolen my prize Moa bird. To make matters worse, the tracks seem to indicate that whoever took her led her off the catacombs. I don't have to tell you how dangerous it is down there. But wait, you're a strong warrior. Would you be willing to find my poor bird and bring her back? I will find your bird. Now we're being attacked by a wolf. So let's stop being attacked by a wolf by killing the wolf. Okay, cool. So I want to go pick up that husk because I want to be able to get the thing that I get for the husks, but as you might notice, my inventory is aggressively full. So what that means is I'm going to need to visit this merchant and unaggressively full it. This is not terrible, but it's not good. That's probably... Why did I identified that out of habit, even though it was absolutely not worth doing. Okay, and actually I don't need... This tall shield is not actually terrible. So I might hang on to it, but I certainly don't need this flame thing. Okay, get rid of that. Get rid of the horn bow. Ball hammer. Fire wand. And flame artifact. The reason why I would hang on to this is because it has just straight up plus 10 armor versus char. This could be 14 armor without any requirements. Whereas this would be more armor, but it does require points and tactics to be able to get that armor. So right now this is worth 8 armor. So I don't know if it's going to be worth using or not. But nonetheless, here we are. Okay, so let's hunt some worm. Let's hunt some worms. And then we can also turn that in. I think we only needed 3. So that's 2. That was nice and quick. I'm putting the life siphon on them because of their tendency to go underground. It just gets some additional damage on them while they're doing that. I guess they just kind of pop up at semi-randomly. I don't know. They're kind of a random encounter, I suppose, in some regards. There's a bunch over here, actually. Or there were, until they all vanished. Where you at, guys? No, chasing down worms is apparently a more arduous task than I realized. No wonder Pitney is frustrated with it. Okay. No, that one dropped a tall shield. That's not what I'm looking for at all. There we go. I think that was the last baked tusk I need for my armor piece from Jacobs. Let's go get that. I don't know if I need scale fins or girl necklaces. I do know I want worn belts potentially. And that range for some new gloves. So let's go ahead and put on our new gloves. We don't need these ringmail gauntlets anymore. And then I just want to end this episode by walking back along this trail and talking to Captain Osric. Because he wants an item in our inventory. And as you know, I want inventory space. You know, it's always nice to walk through areas in different directions. That's something I like about Dark Souls 1 especially, is that the other ones didn't do this very well. But Dark Souls 1 really encourages you to walk through areas in different directions. And man, there's a ton of popping going on with some of the stuff. I wonder if they can do anything about that. But Dark Souls 1 really encourages you to go through different zones in different directions. And I like the way that makes different areas feel different. When you walk through everything in one direction, you experience it one way, but going through it the other allows you to experience it in a different way, and it gives you a different perspective on it, which I really like and appreciate. Anyway, here's Captain Osric. So he's going to be quite happy to get this pendant. And that is going to enable us to have more inventory space and a quest reward. So he says, "Wherever did you find this beautiful pendant? Yes, this is the perfect gift for Althea. Prince Rurik will be delighted. I'll make sure he knows of your involvement in obtaining the one thing that is sure to please his lady." Hey, and we leveled up. Isn't that exciting? So here's Captain Osric, and if I haven't mentioned it already, you can support me on Patreon at patreon.com/Sientir. I think that's going to go ahead and conclude this episode. So until next time, everyone, take care. Bye-bye.